Alright, hello everyone, and we are back with Epic War 3. This was a pretty long break that I took, like several weeks. I was just busy and finally now I have time and am in the mood to stream, so welcome everyone. This is going to be our last Epic War 3 stream in which we're going to complete the game. Now let me load up the chat so that I can see what you guys say. And yes, please do talk in the YouTube chat, by the way. I'm gonna have that open, so I'm gonna be able to see your YouTube messages, but not your Discord messages. Let me load my stream. And I hope that the volume levels are all good, because I just changed them again so that my voice is clear over the game. But do let me know if you can't hear me. Now, live chat. Alright, let's... Hello. Hey, Robert. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue the game. And let me full screen this. Alright, so... the point where we left off, or like on the last stream, I think I started another hero, but then realized that there's gonna be a lot of repetitive content, so I would rather just complete the rest of the heroes myself until we get to the final one, and then stream the final one and the Caves of Trials. So this is me as Gralborg Grimtooth, and I went ahead and completed like a few of these starting levels, because there's gonna be nothing new in that. But as you can see, we have all of the, all of the cards that we have right now are level 5. I grinded a bit, and even these spells, some of which in my opinion are pretty overpriced, I've gotten them to level 5. The only things that we don't have are these Caves of Trial rewards, these 4 units and this one spell, and also another unit. I wonder what's that gonna be. Yeah, that's the attack crystal. Nothing that I will actually use. Yeah, it seems that right now you're the only one watching. I'm not sure if I should share it in different places. I only shared it in the Epic War Saga server, but I think that all of our viewers thus far have been from that server, so I don't know if there's any point in sharing it elsewhere. But I hope that we get more people once more people get online and decide to join us. Alright, so what shall we start with? I guess I usually... Well, let's do Black Knights, Centaurs, and Witches maybe? Yeah, and we even have enough for the Comet Shoot. So, yeah, Gralborg Grimtooth is the highest... the hero with the highest mana, and I got him to level 3 already by completing those 2 levels, so we can start with a decent chunk of units. Yeah, I've seen that Discord now allows streaming from that voice chat, so that's actually really nice. I haven't tried that yet. I should try it sometime, because it seems pretty convenient without having to set up YouTube, but thankfully I've already set everything up so it's easy to start streaming to YouTube as well by now. Alright, let's just start. We're ending phase because Trevaus might attack us. We're not sure, so Vigraf already advanced here. Rembrandt might be dying off. Like, when I played, the interesting thing was that, like, I made sure not to get too many castles, because if I get too many castles, the difficulty will be hard, so I made sure to stay at the range where I can easily beat the game without being too involved. And the enemies, there were still some enemies on the board, and they were fighting each other, and like, they could never seem to wipe each other out. Like, they could get an enemy down to 1 castle, but they would not be able to defeat that last castle. So I wonder if there's some sort of a bias to the difficulty level of AI versus AI, or if it was just random and they were really unlucky. But yeah, we're fighting Treval's now, we're about to wipe him out. And he has centaurs, so centaurs and witches, this is, I think, the hardest faction to fight against. And these Black Knights are eager to get in front, like even more eager than the hero. Well, let's meet their hero, and let's also meet their centaurs, because we do not want them dealing a lot of damage. They still shot, but at least we easily killed them now, and let's kill the witch too. The witch did not die, which is weird, because this is the maximum level comet, and this is like level 5 or something, so the witch should not be too strong. But I guess she got lucky. We have all the knights now, no reason not to go forward, all the knights and witches. By the time we get to the Caves of Trial, we're really gonna be able to choose the exact units that we want to have with us, and that's gonna be fun. But right now, they don't have anything that it takes to... They don't have nearly enough to challenge us. Let's see if they get a surprise attack going there. I don't remember if I... Wait, was that a... I think that was just a random bomber. I don't think that was a revenge wave. But I need to... Like, I'm pretty sure that the last time... I'm not sure if we had witches. So I wanted to show off the new units that I got from my own off-stream games. Like... And not just use them all at once. Like... we used witches in this game, and I think we already had Black Knights, but yeah, the witches really good at damaging, and I can now get this spell as well. These two spells are the cheapest spells we have, but they're really important. The healing can heal us really well when it's in level 5, especially the hero and melee units, and the comment, of course, is a great way of sniping witches. But yeah, so the witches... They're basically, I think they're better mermaids. They don't they don't go through the entire range, but their attack is significantly more effective, and they have a much higher chance of stunning enemy units. So I like them a lot more. Mermaids are okay. They do damage, yes. They can really help, but I think they're just not as good as the witches. Have you never seen the Caves of Trial in this game? Well, if that's the case, then you're gonna get to see them very soon, and I can guarantee that's gonna be fun, because the Caves of Trial are, let's just say, basically things are gonna get ramped up quite a bit. I like how we get to start from these easy levels, eventually build up, and then all the way to Cave of Trial 4, because that's not gonna be very easy. But yeah, see, the witch just shot once, and that hero had a lot of problems, so yeah, witches are great. Now we're fighting the Phantom faction, I guess the Ice faction, with the Phantom Ghosts, Yetis, and Mermaids. So this is the easiest faction to fight against, I've said that already. And actually, when I played by myself, I made sure to only get the middle... Actually, I don't think that... Yeah, I guess when I played as Abe, it was really easy. When the enemy attacked me, I always fought against this faction, because it was Abe's faction, and that's how the game works. When the enemy attacks you, you fight against your own faction. And that was really easy, because, well, they couldn't really do much against us. But now, when we get attacked, we're gonna fight against the hardest faction in the game. And I mean, I'm up for the challenge. By the way, the sound for some reason always gets muted, so I have to remember to turn it on. And yeah, they do have a revenge wave already. Well, that's interesting. I guess they start getting the revenge pretty fast. I only have like 5 castles at this point. So, at this point, we shouldn't expect to get any new units other than this crystal. And we're gonna get it kinda soon, but not too soon. So at this point I can add the Mad Bull and still have all the mana requirements satisfied. I'm gonna talk about spells and their upgrade cost and the requirements a bit later. Once we actually get to have enough mana so we can actually use these spells. Right now we can only use these cheap ones. And I give preference to units. Like, if we get good units, then we can get by without great spells, but spells can help a lot too. Yeah, that's a nice analogy. Which is a mermaid with legs, and it's cooler. It's riding on a broom. I guess mermaid is just floating by itself, so that's also cool, but the attack is just unmatched. So let's get them to charge. And I'm gonna kill these phantoms. Obviously the comet is better used for attacking groups of enemies and things with not too much health, so that we can easily kill them. Now see, these witches were in danger because they walked up right to the hero, but their attack stunned the hero 100% of the time, so it didn't matter, they survived. And the mermaid is not going to survive. See, yeah, mermaid annihilated. The witch actually survived for some reason in the last level, but mermaids, they have nothing. Okay, at this point just charge forward. All these zombies are gonna make getting to the castle a bit of a hassle, but it's not gonna be hard. It's not like they can actually do damage to us. It's zombies. I do have zombies. Maybe I'll try to vary up my Caves of Trial strategies so that we can, first of all, I don't just use my best strategy to win every level, and second, we can experiment with unit combinations, not just on the easy levels like on the last stream, but you know, actually get to see, can zombies be used when the enemy is at their best? Can other people be used? Hello, System Crasher. How's it going? So we're playing as Grimtooth. This is the last campaign, so we're about to get all of our units and then go into the Caves of Trial. I'm quite excited about that, and as I was just saying, I'm gonna like change which particular units I'll use for this for the Caves of Trial, so that it's more interesting this way, and we can see which units are viable and which we just don't use. And I have a feeling that these crystals, we're just not gonna use them. They're just not good. Okay, let's remove this, and now instead, can we equip the Yetis already? We can, but why equip the Yetis if instead we can equip a new unit we have, the Dragon Rider? So this is one of the new units that I got before, like after last stream, and we can see how they compare with the Yetis. Personally, I've always liked them more, but I don't think there's a huge difference between them. Like, I think they're similar in their concept, large beefy units which have a lot of area of effect damage, and Abe does not want to die, so he's attacking me. And now we are up against the hardest faction in the game, the Centaur Witch, and yeah, the Centaur Witch faction. I guess there's also Black Knights, but it's really the Centaurs that are the biggest issue in this game. And they're already charging. Actually, I might have made them charge, I don't remember exactly. The witch is such good cooks that the enemy hero Gordon Ramsay was absolutely stunned. Nice. I guess nothing beats food prepared in a cauldron. Man, I thought no one played this game anymore. Yeah, it's definitely an old game, but okay, there's a lot of centaurs there. Please run away. We also need to heal. Also, we need to shoot them. Yeah, this is a pretty old game, but I definitely like it. I think it's my favorite Flash game series, so it's always nice to get to revisit it. So see, we fight against centaurs. They are not even protected, but the hero is already losing quite a bit of health, because centaurs are amazing at single target damage. I probably shouldn't have sent that comet, because my units were about to destroy them anyway. By the way, there was just a huge difficulty jump here. Okay, what is that? Oh, that's a Dragon Rider. We haven't yet really seen what they do. Let's, I mean, of course I know what they do because I've played the game before, but yeah, so they, instead of just Okay, there's a centaur, that's not good for dragon riders. But like Yetis, they just slam down onto the floor and they hurt the enemies and they like knock them back, they stun them. But the dragon riders actually throw them in the air, and I think that's a better area of effect attack. I mean, it can throw units behind you to the backlines, but that rarely happens, so I think dragon riders in general, I like them more than Yetis. Yeah, their cooking can only be matched by that of the epic dwarves. Well, the epic dwarves don't need to cook, they just need to walk, hero. Ah, my goodness, hero. I did not see... Okay, I got distracted for a bit, and our hero always, like, almost got annihilated. Oh, wow. See, that was a huge difficulty jump. The faction with mermaids and yetis, very easy to fight against. This one, oh boy. So yeah, we just... left our hero to heal, and we won without our hero, so... which game do you like more? If we compare 3, 4, 5 and Saga, I think 4 is like overall the game I like the most, because this is the game that I first played. Like, I played it as a child, and I really do like it. I think it still holds up. I think there are legitimate reasons for why I like this game more than the other ones, but 5 has a really good world. I think it's I also got to try it soon after Epic War 4, and I was definitely immersed in its world, and it was really nice to explore and like the adventures in that game. But the problem is that once I got through the adventures once, like it's not the most replayable game, because once we know where everything is, it kind of loses its charm. So, but yeah, 5 is also really good. Saga, I personally am not a big fan of it. I just, because the gameplay system isn't really like Epic Warish, it's more I don't even know what it's like. It's different, and there is a rock paper scissors element to it, but I like intense battles that aren't so you know, that depend more on which kind of units we have and their combinations, and not just oh, let's summon this unit and then hope that the enemy summons something that we're good against. I hope that kind of makes sense. But yeah, so we've seen the Dragon Riders, they're quite good. I think Dragon Riders and Black Knights, some of my favorite. I think these are some of my favorite units. At this point, we can equip the tank. No, we can't. Okay, 350, 320, so we can't even use Yetis and tanks. Okay, in that case, let's just use the Yetis. Are you kidding me? Of course you are kidding me. Well, I guess then let's equip... Okay, we can't equip Phantom Ghosts either. I guess, okay, we'll equip Mad Bulls and the Rain of Arrows. Mad Bulls are, we've fought against them many times, so, I mean, it's old news. But we have also unlocked the Thunder Crystal, so we can go to upgrade and level up the Thunder Crystal, aka the Attack Crystal. So we've leveled it up. We only really need to play one more battle, or 2 more battles at most, to max it. But it's not my favorite. I think the fact that we can only have one of them really hinders it. It's not very useful because of it. So let's wipe out Abe. I think 5's world is cool, but the gameplay is worse than the 4th and 3rd, so... yeah, I agree. I think... Oh. Yeah, I forgot that Abe had the easy faction, so this is not going to be too hard. Yeah, I think the gameplay isn't as good. It's more kind of primitive and linear, and there's not a lot of back and forth. It's just we go forward and we kill enemies, and if we get pushed back, that's okay, because the enemies are not gonna get any new units. I mean, new serious units that actually do damage to us. The most they have is like those units that are no big deal, that just spawn. So yeah, as far as gameplay goes, 5 is not the best, but it is, yeah, world-wise and for the first time playing, it is quite a cool game. Yeah, 4th, like, I think that 4th doesn't quite hit the nail on the head as far as gameplay goes. It could have been better in terms of gameplay still, but it has that right combination of world, units, and gameplay that makes it just overall probably the most balanced out of all of them. Even though as far as balance goes, like the unit and spell balance, it's also not the best. That shield spell is just way too powerful. But yeah, see, much easier. For some reason, like, it's not just that we get easier units to fight against, it's not just that mermaids are not as good as witches and black knights are better than yetis because of their numbers and their speed. It's also, for some reason, like, there's only, like, there wasn't even any yetis here, and there was a couple of phantom ghosts, but when we fought the other faction, there was many centaurs, there's plenty of black knights, like, there was more of them for some reason, I don't know why they do it. Shields are pretty boring, I mean, yeah, it's also that you can keep using it and just be invulnerable. It makes the game go for, like... Oh, hey Jimmy, yeah. I kind of took a break from streaming because I was kind of busy, and also maybe a bit like I want to take a bit of a break from the game because I had to play through all of the heroes, get them to at least level 20, but also get enough money to upgrade all of these units and spells to level 5. So yeah, that took a while, but yeah, I'm back now, and this is our final Epic War 3 stream where we're gonna actually tackle the Caves of Trial. So that's gonna be exciting. So we now have enough money to upgrade our crystal. There we go. So now it's level 5. I'm gonna like talk a bit about the units before we go into the Caves of Trial. But I mean, it's no secret that I'm not a fan of crystals. Oh, I should have probably equipped more stuff. I have so much more mana now. So buy. Can we do this? Can we by chance do this? Yes, we can. Wow, that was close. But this, I think, is it might be the... See, I'm not sure if I want to have the Yetis or the Succubi, because ranged units, I think, have more of a punch in this game than melee units do. So I guess we, like, if we just remove everything, the important parts to have, these two spells obviously important, they don't cost a lot of mana, but they're very useful. I think that we absolutely need to have Black Knights. There's a lot of them, they are fast, they can do some damage, and we need to have one of the heavyweights, so one of either the Dragon Rider or the Frost Giant. And as I said, I like the Dragon Rider more. His attack pattern is cooler. Absolutely need to have centaurs. They're probably the best unit in the game. They have a population of 15, and they're amazing at killing single target units. I know that, like, later in the game the enemy is gonna have hordes upon hordes, so single target damage isn't gonna be the most important. But when we have, like, spells to get rid of the lower tier units, we need something to kill the higher tier ones. Yeah, now witches, I think, are important, and Succubi are also pretty important. Mermaids are not quite as good as these other two. Succubi, I don't think that they have the damage of the witches, but they have a lot of crowd control, they throw units in the air. Tanks, also great for crowd control, specifically that. And then the only other spell that we can equip is this, Rain of Arrows. The others are too expensive yet, but we're level 15. Once we're level 30, we're gonna be able to equip everything no problem. So let's attack Gald now. But Epic War 5 5th space, oh my goodness, I can't talk. Epic War 5 or 5th spells are kinda lame. You gonna stream 4th, 5th after this? Yeah, I think since this is the last Epic War 3 stream, next week I think I'm gonna start Epic War 4. And I'm really excited about that. And after Epic War 4, yep, I'll do Epic War 5. I already did Epic War 1 and 2, but 1 and 2 are kind of like very different from 3, 4, and 5, and I think like a lot of the Epic War fandom is split into people who like 1 and 2 more and people who like 3, 4, and 5 more. I'm more of a fan of 3, 4, and 5, but I do think Epic War 2 gets quite epic at the end. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, crystals looks nice, but aren't. Yeah. I'm not paying attention to the game, by the way. I see they have bombers coming at us, but right now we just... I'm catching up on the chat. I was also busy yesterday downloading like 100 Mark songs from YouTube. Yeah, Yeah, there's like websites that allow us to. Okay, there's a mermaid. We do not want our witches getting damaged by them. Yeah. So there's sites that allow us to download YouTube videos as MP3s or MP4s, and that's useful. Like my phone, I bought it with a lot of storage, and so I downloaded an offline music player so that I could like get MP3 files on it, and I could listen to them without the internet. That's really useful because I mean, obviously I can get a lot of MP3 files there, but I actually haven't even done a lot with it yet. Yeah, Jimmy, can call yourself Blackbeard now because you're a remarkable pirate. Yeah. Yeah. Personal favorites: Epic War 2 and Epic War 4. I think Epic War 2 and 4 are like the most epic wars, which kind of fits their name, and they are quite immersive. Epic War 2 takes a while to get going, but once it does, it is great. And Epic War 4 has some balance issues, and it requires you to grind, but the world is good, the unit combinations are good, hardly much to complain about. I think it's overall, it's a more polished version of Epic War 3. Even as far as the user interface goes, I think it's better than the Epic War 3's interface. 510 downloaded songs, wow. Nice. Yeah, exactly, so you can listen to them on demand. You don't need Wi-Fi for that, because like, if you're on the road, you don't want to like waste cellular data, you know. But yeah, this is the easy faction, so we wiped them out. I wasn't even paying attention to this battle, but we still absolutely annihilated them. Now, when we get to fight Vigraf and Rembrandt, that's where things are gonna get more interesting, because they have a faction that we, as Grimtooth, have not yet fought against. Okay, let's see if we can... Oh, wow, we got a lot more mana. Let's see. At this point, we got the best units we could ever get, we could ever hope for. So, actually... You know what? I'm doing this. I'm gonna get the crappiest units that we can get. Sure, yep. This is great because the healing crystal literally it's not gonna be very useful because these are all very low health units other than zombies, I guess. And then we're gonna use the worst units, and we're gonna use the best spells to compensate for that. So the best spells, in my opinion, well, of course there is the Immortality and the Hercules Strength, and I think I'm gonna use them. Hercules Strength, which doubles the damage, and Immortality, which, unlike the shield in Epic War 4, is not broken. And we're gonna use the Meteor Strike, probably the most powerful damaging spell, and the Phoenix Strike, which is also, like, Meteor and Phoenix are also things that I've unlocked before this stream, so it's gonna be fun to show them off. But yeah, this should be a... Oh, wait. I exceeded the mana limit. Huh. Okay, so I guess I have to not use the Meteor? No, I mean... Okay, so I'm not gonna use the Phoenix Strike. Wait, no, that's not gonna work either. Okay, how about this? Instead of the Healing Crystal, which costs a lot of mana, we're gonna... Okay, fine, we'll just use arrows. Yeah, so this is a really crappy setup. Let's see how it works. Yeah, if Epic War 6 came out, would I be hyped? Well, okay, so there is already an Epic War 6, if you didn't know. It is on Congregate, and it does not work because they stopped maintaining the servers for it. And from what I've heard and seen, it is nothing like the other Epic Wars, and it's not very good. It's not very good as far as gameplay goes, because the original Epic War programmer didn't work on it, and it also is like, it looks weird. Like, it doesn't look like the other Epic Wars. The other Epic Wars have pixel art, fantasy type drawings. That one has 3D Unity assets. So, yeah, even if the game worked, I have a feeling that I wouldn't like it too much, but I'd at least play through it, of course. I mean, if an Epic War game exists there and I'm not playing through it, then who am I? I don't know. I guess I haven't really gotten far in Epic War Saga, but that's a different story. I mean, that's a grind fest. Yeah, but if another Epic War game, like Epic War 7 or Epic War something else came out, I would definitely be excited for it. I'd definitely suggest a lot of things, because I think I can suggest quite a bit there. By the way, Rembrandt decided to break through here, but we're still attacking Gald. So if Epic War 7 came out, I'd definitely be excited for it. In fact, I would want to be a part of its development. Like, I definitely wanted to make an Epic War game, or at least an Epic War style game. I've made one already, like a small game for a game jam, but it's a very small, and it doesn't have a lot to show, and it also has inside jokes for lore, so I mean, it's not something that you can really play if you aren't already familiar. By the way, I forgot we had the hero. The healing crystal is gonna be useful for healing the hero. I think we can actually do it with this amazing setup. It's not a hard enough level for us to lose this. Alright, but they have Yetis, so here's what I'm gonna do to their Yetis and Phantom Ghosts. Meteor. Now they have nothing. Meteor is quite amazing, like right now, and you know, if it's possible to use it, I think I will use it. But like in the future levels, their enemies have an unreasonably large amount of health, and that's where the centaurs come in handy. The centaurs can kill them really well, but the meteor, it can only like kill, I don't know, maybe centaurs and small units like that. So it's good against centaurs, but it's not the best unit ever. And now we have to face 3 revenge waves, so we need to get our immortality going and double attack. And then I think we might be able to do it. You even upload your songs to Mega Sync Cloud. Ooh. I mean, that is a smart thing to do. You know, backing up your files is something that, like, everyone knows it's a good thing to do, but no one actually wants to do it. I mean, at least I don't want to, because it's setting things up, it's gonna take work, you know? And then if we lose things, we're like, oh, why didn't we back them up? But yeah, you know, we just used an awful setup, and we still destroyed them, so that's fun. So at this point, let's start using actually good units. I think the cap is 3,500, so we're close to the cap, and we're level 24, that makes sense. Yeah, Saga is actually fun if you use third-party auto-clicker and automate everything. Well, at least it was fun for me, because before I discovered Twitch Grows in Assassin's Creed games. I mean, I did actually even download an auto-clicker. I used it a bit for Epic War 2. And yeah, I guess it might come in handy for Epic War Saga, but you know, I'm not sure. Also, by the way, right, so System Crasher, you said, I forgot to answer this. You said there's a giant problem because Flash Player is gonna die in 2020. There is a project called Flashpoint Infinity that preserves Flash games so that after Flash dies officially, like after Chrome and other browsers stop supporting it, we can still play those games. We can download the archive and play them, and it's possible to like suggest your own games there if you just do some work. So that is what I am going to use after Flash Player dies, and it's an awesome thing that people have just decided to preserve these Flash games. So props to them for doing this. And yeah, you can already download the archive and see what games are there and what games aren't. Yeah, need to put effort into something? Nah. So let's see. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, right, the setup. So Dragon Riders, Black Knights, Succubi, Witches, Centaurs, and Tanks. So this is the basic setup. We're using this. I could replace Dragon Riders with Yetis, but Dragon Riders and Yetis are like equivalents, so basically I have 2 Dragon Riders. And Black Knights actually are useful in the fact that I think they might be spawning faster, they're faster, like they move faster, and it's just gonna be useful to use them here. So the 2 necessary spells, and then So we've seen the meteor. It was amazing at this point in the game. These two spells, so Hercules Strength and Athena Protection, they're very useful, the utility spells. They're not damage spells, but they do come in very useful. Now, we've used the freeze trap in the previous streams. So in this one, we're gonna use the lightning bolt, which is basically an equivalent of the freeze trap, and I cannot afford it. Okay, so after the next level, we're going to use the lightning. But yeah, so the spells, I will talk about them a bit later, but I already... So, you see that these two spells, probably the best spells in the game. Something that literally makes all your units invulnerable for a bit. I mean, this one. And then something that makes your units do twice the damage. They cost 300 mana. Then a lightning bolt, oh, that costs 525. It's just a damage spell. It doesn't even do that much damage, but obviously it's much more useful than these two. Huh, that's just weird to me. Also, those spells, I think... Oh, I mean, I guess as far as upgrading goes, it is kinda balanced. Okay, so we're attacked by Rembrandt. Here we're gonna fight our own faction, and that's gonna be quite hard, so... yeah, they already have centaurs charging at us. This is so much harder to fight against than the mermaid faction. So let's greet them with a comet. Oh, I didn't see that one over there, but I wouldn't have been able to get him anyway. So let's attack. Let's see if there's any witches. Oh no, there's no witches, there's just like so many centaurs. I guess this spell is going to be useful. Rain of Arrows, I think we already had it, but yeah, it attacks all units on screen, it does some damage to them, enough to kill some centaurs and damage others. Alright, let's see, at this point, I'm going to... You know, we don't have a meteor. Okay, no. The witches are really good against the heroes, so we need to retreat as soon as possible and heal. But yeah, if I had a meteor, I'd just blast them all with it, but since I don't, I have to summon their units by themselves. So these Black Knights, it seems that we did not give them a chance, like, it's... I'm trying to... Okay, yeah. I was trying to get the bomber to start detonating, and then I would retreat and the bomber would hit nothing. So, yes, I got that witch. Whoa! See, that witch just... I think the physics is funky in this game, and I think that's a good thing. It, like, kinda makes it more fun. But yeah, that hero was just thrown way back by the witch blast. Now... what was I saying? But yeah, so the physics, I think, like, it's not necessarily... Okay. So, this is gonna be hard. There's so many centers out there. Ah, we could not save one of them, one of our Black Knights. It was too late. But yeah, I think, like, yes, it kinda takes away a bit from the immersion, but not too much. It's still obviously a epic war, and it kinda makes the battlefield... Okay, we need to use our invulnerability spells now. Oh, by the way, if the game lags and you don't want it to lag, just scroll away from the battle, it's gonna go much faster. Right, so which game will play after Epic War 5? That's a good question. I was gonna ask, like, closer to like the end, like Epic War 4 and Epic War 5. I was gonna ask you guys if you had any suggestions for other games we could play. I know some other Flash games that I also like, and that are similar kind of in style to this one, so that can be fun. I could try Epic War Saga, but there's gonna be a lot of like auto-clicking in between streams. I don't know if that's gonna be a fun thing to go through. And I guess I could try like Heroes of Might and Magic 4 or something like that. But all of it is gonna depend on what you guys will want to watch, because I guess the entire point of streaming and not just playing for yourself is that you kind of play with other people can watch and like talk about it along with you. So we're level 29, yeah, on level 30 we're gonna have 3,500 mana here. And now we can use the lightning and fine, arrows, whatever. Alright, let's wipe out Gald. The last easy faction, I guess. Although, I think maybe maybe perhaps when we attack Rembrandt, but we're still in a castle that originally belonged to Geld, we're still gonna fight the easy faction. So, yeah, and the reason that I decided to stream on YouTube and not Twitch is just I'm much more familiar with YouTube, and like I've had videos, I guess, on YouTube, so I decided I'll just try to stream from there. It's more familiar, and like moving to Twitch, I'm not sure if it's like really worth it. I don't think Twitch has any real like features that are going to be very helpful compared to YouTube here. Okay, there's a mermaid, so not a very good magic unit, but still enough to hit her with a comet, because, well, we don't want her to do any damage, and the comet is really good at sniping those witches. So 2D shooters, I mean, I've played some, I'm sure I've played some Flash games that are 2D shooters. I wouldn't say that it's like my particular favorite genre, but I could try it out, yeah. Let's see, let's try to lightning. So this is just like Ice Bolt, but I think that it does more damage than Ice Bolt. Perhaps Ice Bolt freezes them in place for longer, so level 1 Ice Bolt is better than level 1 Lightning because it does a bit better of a crowd control. But when we increase their damage, the Lightning seems to have more damage, like significantly, not significantly, but noticeably more damage than the Ice Bolt. There's a mermaid there, I see you. So that's why, in general, I think Lightning is better than Ice Blast, but Ice Blast can be used for slightly better crowd control. Right. Wait, can you actually download the whole playlist? Are there sites that allow you to do that? Oh, Kingdom Rush, yeah, but that's actually a great thing, because I like tower defense games. I like them quite a bit. I have some Flash tower defense games that I really like. I don't know if anyone's heard of Xeno Tactic. I'm not sure how to spell that name. That was like my childhood favorite from tower defense games. And I have played the Bloons games, I guess. Bloons Tower Defense 5, Battles, and Monkey City. So I do like them, but I've heard that Kingdom Rush is good, but I have not played it, so it might be a great time to, like, you know, check it out. Alright. Can we? No, we can't. That's a shame. Can we do this? Perfectly nice. So, the Phoenix spell, I completely forgot about it before I unlocked it. Like, I think it was like on Wednesday or something. I was playing this game and I thought, well, what is this spell? I can't remember. And then I unlocked it and I was like, oh yeah. And I remember that when I played like the game years and years ago, I definitely liked using the Phoenix Strike quite a bit. And that's the card that I think only Vigraf gets. Maybe Grimtooth gets it too, but like I only got it when I played Vigraf, and that was the second to last hero I played. You'll see what it is if you don't already know, but it is really good. It's a damage spell, but it's not quite like the other damage spells. I think the worst damage spell is arrows, but arrows are still useful if you have them. They don't cost that much mana. So Rembrandt attacked me twice in a row. Dude, I didn't even attack you yet. Why are you so aggressive? You didn't even wipe out Vigraf. If you were like a really good hero, like a good army commander who destroyed Vigraf and now came after me, that I'd understand. But if you're too much of a wuss to go after Vigraf, why are you attacking me twice in a row? After all, I'm gonna be the harder person to fight against. I actually know what I'm doing, unlike Vigraf the computer. Okay, that's gonna be actually hard. There's a lot of centaurs here, and we only started to gain units. And it's a shame that the healing spell has a delay, so you have to time when you use it very well, because if you don't, then you're gonna be too late to heal and some of your troops are going to die. Now, let's leave this. See, I wanted to time this comet. I wanted to get all 3 of them, but only hit 2. So, how about this? They don't have... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna lightning them. And I was gonna say that I'm gonna use the Phoenix after it, but there's no need, all of them just died. Okay, so... Let's see... Top 5 AAA games. See, the thing is, I don't play a lot of AAA games. Like, I'm not very much a AAA person. Flash. I play a lot of Flash games because they're like easily accessible on the web, and I guess I've played Heroes of Might and Magic 4. I like it. It's I have a lot of memories associated with it, but I'm not. I don't think I've played a lot more than that even. The Phoenix Strike can be called the ground sweeper because it simply sweeps all enemies. Yeah, and in this case, we're not even gonna get to like really have a need to see that because we're still destroying them even without the Phoenix Strike. VGraph made a deal with. Ooh, yeah, maybe it looks like there's two of them, and they're enemies and they're fighting with each other, and like Rembrandt got betrayed by VGraph's father or something like that. Or I mean, no, Rembrandt's father got betrayed by Vigor's heart. But in reality, they're like, okay, let's actually work together so that we're stronger than we look, and nobody expects it. The problem is, I own all of these maps. If they're gonna stop me, they better do it now. I don't think they will, because I'm like the Napoleon, and they are no Russia, I might say. And I mean, even if they were Russia, I am literally from Russia, so it's not gonna be an issue. Imagine dissing bots in an old game. Well, that's the fun in it, isn't it? If you just play and like, okay, this is a bot, so it's emotionless, so let's be emotionless about it, okay? Let's click this button to order all units forward. Now let's click this button and then click on the ground to summon a comet. That's no fun. The entire, like, a very big advantage of the Epic War games is their immersion, and you can actually like feel like you're a general in the battle. Now let's see. So since this is a maximum mana that we're gonna get, do we want to swap anything out? I mean, obviously, I would appreciate it if I had the Meteor Strike, but I think these 4 spells are too important. These 4 spells are too important to have, so I can't replace them. And if I get to use the Meteor, I can't use either one of these spells or this one, so I have to settle for arrows. Yeah, I'd rather have these 2. Still haven't shown what the how is it? The Phoenix Strike does, but I think you guys already know, so let's attack. So this is gonna be Rembrandt. So you think it was Rembrandt's faction, but it's actually going to be the faction of whoever hero owned this castle first, which is Geld. So we're gonna fight against the easy faction, right? Oh, no, we're not. Never mind, I was mistaken. We're fighting against the faction of the hero that we fight against. I understand why it's programmed that way, that if we get attacked, then we fight against our own faction. Because when someone attacks someone and like one of them is us, then the faction we fight is the faction of the person being attacked. So it's when we attack them, we fight against the faction of the person being attacked, which is them. And when they attack us, we fight against the faction that's being attacked, which is our faction. So that's weird. It's like, it doesn't make intuitive sense, but it works that way, I guess. And it allows for more variety. Like, we are Grimtooth, and we've killed Trevaus early on in the game. So this means that if everything was normal, we'd get no more chances of fighting against our faction. But now, if they attack us, we'll fight against it. So this is the Succubus faction. It's not quite as dangerous as the Witch Centaur faction, but it's better than the Mermaid one, so we gotta be careful here. Alright, I have to catch up on chat now, so can you guys just like not do anything there? Okay, you're sending Succubi. Well, I can kill a Succubus, no problem. Unless it just does that. Okay, the Centaurs did it for me, okay. Go die or kill you myself, nice. Yeah, I'm from Russia, yeah. I do have an accent. I moved to the United States when I was like 12, so I like to think I speak good English, but it can definitely take me a while to find like the right word to say, or you know, I just like to have my cringe work in my favor, because people like cringe if you go about it the right way, you know? Twitch actually has song requests. That's nice. So you could choose music, but then again, wouldn't the See, like, the stream has my voice and the music, the game music in it. So, if you also, in addition to that, play the music that you request, wouldn't the two music just kind of like overlap and not sound good because of it? Or am I misunderstanding something? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I do well on English tests, but when I actually talk, then it's a bit hard because I guess because it all comes down to practice, and I don't actually like. I mean, I was homeschooled, so I didn't get to talk that much. I did go to school for a bit, but now I'm in college, so I do get quite a bit of practice, but not as much probably as other people would. Yeah, I could disable in-game music. So does it mean that song requests mean that I also get to hear the song that he requests? Because if so, then that's gonna be cool. Yeah, that would be fun to try out. I don't have tea with me this time, so I have to settle for water. Alright, didn't even get as much money for this one, but we still can easily beat them without having to move back or even use these two spells. Yeah, personally I like the music in Epic War series in general. I think it fits the game very well, and I mean it definitely has some nostalgia associated with it, but I understand that like if the same loop is repeating for a while, then it can get tiring. You're Latvian, okay. Alright, yeah, see you guys once you get your tea. See, you guys can go and get some, but you know, if I like go and try to get some tea. Oh, that is the first super powerful succubus. Yeah, there's such a thing as super powerful succubi in this game. I don't think they do an extreme amount of damage, but they do have a lot of health. So they are basically impossible to kill with. They're basically impossible to kill with comets, and even with these powerful damage spells, like it will kill the dragon riders, but the succubi are still gonna have most of their health. So that's why the only like viable way to kill them that will work is just how do you say it? Just going up against them with your entire army. So obviously the centaurs can help a lot in destroying them. Ah, nice. Yeah, I think we already had one of those streams where we like had all of us were from some parts of Europe, I think. So it's nice. It's like Epic Wars fandom is mostly not American. I think. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of Americans played Flash games too, but well, maybe they're all playing I don't know, Fortnite now or something. I don't actually have much against Fortnite. I think people are being way too. They're trying to meme that it's like a cringy game, but they're doing it way too hard. I don't have anything against it, but it's definitely not for me. Let's see. Okay, I think we should have tried to activate the invulnerability earlier than that. Oh, you're Estonian, nice. Oh, cold. Oh, wait. Okay, I just wanted to check that those dragon riders that died were not mine; they were theirs. Okay, and lightning can be really useful for revenge waves because they have a lot of people like over there off screen, and the lightning can actually hit them. That's so great, actually. 3 Baltic viewers. Oh yeah, so we have viewers for all 3 of the Baltic countries, right? I'm not good at geography by any means, but like This is actually awesome. Let's see. See, by now we get a lot of money, but we can't spend it on anything until we get to the Caves of Trial. Russia is actually neighbors with Russia? I mean, I can't really argue with that. I guess Russia is neighbors with Russia. I know you probably. I'm sure you meant to say something else, but yeah. It's just I like. It's always funny to me. Okay, this is the third to last battle from this particular campaign. Before we move on to the Caves of Trial. By the way, after we complete the campaign and before we do the Caves of Trial, I have some. I have a specific thing to kind of like look at for Epic War 1. I decided to ride the current trends. So, we're gonna... You might guess what it is, but I mean, I don't think you will, because it's pretty obscure. So, let's kill the hero first and foremost. Any succubi? Yep, there's a succubus. Dead. Oh, by the way, you guys missed the appearance of super powerful succubi. So there are succubi now in this game. There are succubi that appear like with late levels, and not just succubi, but all magic units. So you think, okay, it's a succubus. Let's just kill it with a comet and be done with it. And then it loses barely any health, and you're like, wait, what? So they added these succubi that I don't think they do really like extra damage, but they have a ton of health. So it's basically impossible to kill them with these normal attack spells. Even the lightning, like if we tried to lightning her, she would only be like half dead, so we'd have to kill her. So we only really reliably kill them with our own troops, so it can be hard to get to them. It can be hard to get to them to actually start damaging them, so yeah, I guess that's kind of a way to make things harder. Yeah, I didn't want those dragons to get an attack off, but due to the wonky physics, this dragon is now here, attacking our tank. Thankfully we have centaurs and witches. Actually, let's retreat and kill them. Okay, I don't like how they're killing our centaurs. That's not good. Okay, see, I think that Dragon Rider might also have like about as much health as the succubus that we met had. But yeah, they send out normal succubi. They're really easy to kill with the comets, but the super powerful ones, they can cause some problems. Yeah, I mean, I guess it all depends on people's preferences, which games they like. If they like the style of game that Fortnite is, then they might enjoy the game regardless of whatever else is going on. And if people like the style of game that, I don't know, League of Legends... Like, personally, I do not play MOBA games. I've tried League of Legends. I was surprised by how time-consuming a single match was. Like, I didn't get through the tutorial. It's just not for me, personally. But a lot of people really enjoy it, so they play it a lot. Even like if they don't care that it takes a lot of time, they just want to play it. And the interesting thing here is the invulnerability. Unlike in Epic War 4, even though we can't be damaged, we can still be knocked up and knocked back. So the succubi are quite effective against our frontline units. Our PC can't handle Fortnite. I see. Yeah, I think that might be an issue for a lot of the AAA style games. Okay. So, let us try to, I guess... I don't know. Well, I hope that Vigraf doesn't really attack me, because I want to just get this map over with and move on to the Caves of Trial, because they're gonna be harder than this map. But if Vigraf decides that he doesn't want to die, that may be a problem. Although, who wants to that? Who wants to not die? Okay, is this a super powerful one or is this a normal one? Let me show you how to snipe, how you can effectively snipe magic units. If they sometimes they send out magic units immediately as soon as the level starts, like in front of their melee units, so you can just move forward with your hero, kill them, and then move back, so that's really easy. Ah, it crashes, that's interesting. I mean, I haven't tried to play Fortnite on mine, but like I have an SSD now, so I think as far as performance goes, things would be easier for me than they were previously. Let's see. Ooh, this is a prime target for lightning. Once that loads. However, I mean, okay. Actually, I have the perfect. Okay, you survived. Somehow that succubus survived. Nice, our own succubus killed it. I didn't even have to use the comet. So for now, we're just going to lightning this. So see, Dragon Riders almost dead. All the how you call them, the Mad Bulls dead, but the magicians, the succubi, nope, they are not dead. Yeah, my primary purpose was to kill this one, but we also stunned the other ones from attacking, so that's also really nice. Oh, you attacked right here. You wanted to, I guess, to have a piece of our ranged units. But none of them died, it seems. You can play CSGO, though. Now, CSGO, I haven't actually played it, and I don't really know. I mean, I think I might have played a bit of it at a friend's house, but that was like a long time ago, so I don't really remember. See, I'm not much of a AAA person. But so I'm sure it's like a shooter game, right? So Fortnite took away the real thing, and that way people appeal more to the game. That's an interesting theory. I mean, I think immersion plays a big part of the game, but I mean, obviously, a game doesn't have to be immersive like the real world to be fun. It just has to be immersive as in it has to make sense as a game. So like, if the entire game is consistent, then it can have whatever style it wants, and it's gonna be fine. So like, you can make a very weird game as far as graphics goes and stuff like that, but as long as it's consistent, then it's gonna be fine. Okay, so we're going to use invulnerability, but I'm not gonna try to kill that wave. I'm gonna try to summon all 3 of the revenge waves, and then I'm gonna run for it, and you'll see why. Boy, I forgot how fun this was. Even now, I was like, do I really want to stream? I mean, but like, I forgot this was actually a lot of fun. And like, especially when you guys are here, because I've had streams where I was just alone by myself, so that wasn't nearly as fun as this, because obviously with no one to talk to, it was just me talking about things going on in the game, and not these random topics that come up. So here's the thing. Okay, they might kill our Dragon Rider. Might not. They don't have like fast moving units, thankfully. Just the bombers, but the bombers are gonna like detonate anyway like this, and they're not gonna hit anyone. So let's show off the Phoenix. So it starts from here. Now these units are kind of interfering, but yeah, the Phoenix starts from here. It hits all of these units in splash damage, and it gets faster by the time it goes here. Now, I will say, by getting faster, it also doesn't do as much damage, because I think that it does damage every, I don't know, like, every fraction of a second. So, if it stays here for longer, so it's slower, so it stays here for longer, then it can do more damage to the units. By the way, notice how it killed all of the Dragon Riders, basically all the Mad Bulls. There was one who was almost dead, but like, it killed all of them, and these succubi didn't kill them, and the lightning barely even damaged them. So yeah, they decided to throw in these people as kind of like a difficulty increaser. I don't know if it's the best way to go about this. I think implementing strategy, like if these enemies could actually strategize and like advance, retreat, and use themselves as a group instead of just, okay, you hit me, I'm gonna charge forward, but my friends are gonna stay here. That's really exploitable, and this game, instead of strategy, it just throws pure mass at you. So you have to use strategy to overcome pure mass. Epic War 4 actually has some strategy, but it screws it up, so we'll get to it. Thank you. I didn't really have a... I mean, when I hear my own voice on a recording, I'm not a huge fan of it, especially my accent and stuff, but... you know, well, I've been told that by other people that they like it, and that was kind of weird for me. I think we all don't really like our own voice. Maybe it's the fact that we like get used to it easily. Okay, do you really have to attack me? And on this mission too, you know what? We're gonna play enough Caves of Trial. I do not want to play a Titan, fight a Titan twice on this map, so I'm gonna surrender. Actually, I should have fought Otto. That was a screw up by me. I should have said fight Otto, and that would have been much better, because I had a chance of actually winning that. Right, when I finished Epic War 3, so... Alright, so what is Flight about? What kind of game is it? Paper Plane? I don't remember Paper Plane games, but of course I couldn't have played all Flash games. Yeah, I wanna like finish the series first and then kind of do some other things. I thought about creating like a Discord server for the streams, because the Epic War Saga server is gonna, like, I have to ping at here, and then I'm gonna feel kinda wrong doing that when I stop playing the Epic War games and start playing other games. So perhaps we can like make a different server so that we can always, first of all, coordinate when to stream, and then second, decide which games to play, and not bother people who only are interested in Epic War, I guess. Alright, lightning, and I mean, we don't really need to use the Phoenix here, we can kill them. I kinda wish we got the Succubus before she got an attack off, but whatever. Yeah, how do you say Otto then? Otto. Fight Otto. Fight. I mean, I usually the word Otto has other, like, it's usually like the first part of a word, so it has other things after it. Okay. I forgot to do invulnerability. This time I'm gonna do attack up 2, because I want to get rid of their castle as quickly as possible, so we can play the last level, which is definitely not going to allow something like this. Flight is a game about a paper plane that you upgrade to send it to get further and further. Kind of like Burrito Bison, but less action and more kind of calming. So is it like... So it's like there is no end goal, I guess, to the game, but you just... send the plane and then use that experience / money to like improve the plane and send it even further. Auto. Okay. Yeah, kind of like an idle game, I guess. Okay, we are having trouble. We need to heal. We need to lightning them here, because obviously if they attack we have a low chance of actually damaging them. And the Phoenix was not needed, so it was just basically a victory Phoenix, but I thought maybe it would come in handy, so why not? Ah, it has funny cutscenes. Nice. Auto. So fight Auto. Okay. Please don't attack me, VGraph. Please be nice. You didn't attack Rembrandt too much, so please don't attack me too much. Thank you very much. Now I'm gonna basically just ease your pain, not gonna let you suffer too long. All right. Yeah. I mean, obviously, strategy games are probably my favorite subgenre of Flash games, but I also like. I mean, there are some. There are some. Other Flash games that I have quite liked, like I don't know, the Lucky Tower series. That was, or it's not really a series, just 2 games, but I thought they were very well made. What else? Well, obviously tower defense games, but tower defense games are strategy games, so I guess. Go, guys, run, run! Of course you didn't run. You had to keep attacking because you don't listen to me. But by the way, no, we will do Caves of Trial. Yeah, I want to. I just want to like get through this part more quickly because, you know, like when he attacked me. Oh, by the way, let's do this. But yeah, when Vigorf attacked me, I would have had to face yet another Titan, and I wanted to minimize that because I have to face a lot of them in the Caves of Trial. So thus far, you might be wondering. Well, actually, no. I think we've killed. I think we've killed the Earth Dragon last time and the Inferno, like the Fire Lord. So this time we're gonna fight against the Inferno again. Yeah, COT is a Cave of Trial, and we're gonna have those to look forward to after this level. See, they're not even letting us like get back to base and relax. They're attacking us hard. So I'm actually even going to use this lightning on them. But it didn't even kill the succubus, so now we have to kill the succubus ourselves. Yeah. Now, what was I gonna say? Was I gonna say something? I don't remember. So yeah, that's the whole thing with this being the last level of the how do you call it? Of the map. So we absolutely need to have our 15 centaurs for this. So how about this? We move forward, but we make sure that our melee units stick over here, they don't go too far out. And invulnerability is the first thing we need, because we don't want our melee units attacked. And attack plus, because these centaurs are going to annihilate the Inferno. The Inferno is the unit with... See, he's already dead. He is the Titan with the lowest health. And centaurs are amazing at single target damage. So combine centaurs, Inferno, and the double attack power up, and we are unstoppable. However, at this point, we have to like... I think we should only summon 2. Actually, no, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna stay for 3. So right now, we're gonna use lightning so that okay, there we go. Now we retreat. I know that we could probably like win if we just decided to stay and push it, but I am just going to retreat and then use the Phoenix. Because that's gonna obviously kill a lot of their units, especially these small Mad Bulls and Goblins. There were so many Mad Bulls, so that was ridiculous. Like, even looking at it was actually kind of unnerving. So many of them. Now they're hammers and they're parts, and they dying on the floor like synchronously. That was crazy. But yeah, now we only have like some Dragon Riders and some Succubi left. So let's try to hit these Succubi. They're probably the hard ones. Yeah, they're the really strong ones, so we're not gonna be able to kill them with a meteor, but yeah. Oh yeah, that is... I didn't even see your message about the goat thing, and yeah, that's whom we're fighting, and we're gonna fight him again in the first Cave of Trial. So the Angel is not in Epic War 3. Epic War 3 is like the only angel-less game. I mean, the only angel-less Epic War. Because all the other Epic War games have an angel. This one does not have an angel. It has 3 titans that appear... Okay, how about this? No. It has 2 iconic Epic War Titans, aka this Inferno dude, the Inferno slash Lord of Fire slash this Fire Demon. I prefer the first two names. I mean, Inferno is like a name, and then Lord of Fire is majestic. I don't want him to just call him like Fire Demon or something. And then the Great Diablos, the Earth Dragon, the guy that we fought in the first stream, I think. And we're gonna get to fight him again in a Cave of Trials soon. And there is a dragon, but this dragon is very different from the other dragons in the Epic War franchise. We'll get to fight him, and I think this is the only time we'll get to fight him in the streams, because we only fought the other two titans. There's also a fourth one, but we'll get there. So notice it says game save completed, so we continue, and we're still here. We still don't have this map, obviously, because we did the game would end, but we have all of the money that we got from it. So now, when we get a new unit or spell, we are going to get a lot of health. I mean, not health. We're gonna get a lot of money to upgrade it. So, we're gonna move on to Cave of Trial, but first... so, this is what I was talking about. Tier lists are kind of like a late trend of a sort, and... I like ranking things, so I decided to rank all Epic War units, and of course we're starting with Epic War 1 because I didn't get this idea back when doing the Epic War 1 stream, so like I wanted to rank the Epic War 1 units now, then the next stream Epic War 2 units, then Epic War 3, 4 and 5, and you know how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna say how I would rank them, but of course you guys feel free to suggest your opinions, and if you want to go and like rank them yourself, it's this link, but you don't have to. I mean, you can just say in chat what you guys think about it. Right, so it's just kind of a retrospective ranking on, because we're not gonna like come back to streaming Epic War 1. We've done that already, so this is like looking back on it, which units would we say are the best? First of all, the Arrow Tower. I mean, I'm not even waiting for your feedback on this, but I think no one would disagree with me that arrows are easily S tier, because, I mean, it's arrows. Like, at some point when you upgrade your arrows enough, you can just destroy practically all waves of enemies without any units. And I know that this was kind of a rough transition, but... I just wanted to do it as a quick break before getting into the Caves of Trial, because the Caves of Trial are going to be a lot like the level we just played. So, as far as the Hobbits go, I mean, obviously they're weak units, but they have a very important use at the end when we get to spam them against the end, so I think they're important, and even before that level, they can be used to soak up damage. They just don't do much, so I would put them in A tier. Light Elves, I would say that Light Elves are D. And it's not because they're weak, like, compared to Hobbits, but the thing is, they just don't have a lot of use, you know? Like, we can buy them, but why use them when we can have Dwarves? Like, we can have Hobbits, there's more of them, they're cheaper, and we can have Dwarves, which do a lot more damage. So, like, Light Elves easily, like, they quickly become a unit that's just useless, I think. Dwarves are really strong for the earlier levels. Of course, they do kind of wane with, when the next units appear. Like, the dragons can easily destroy dwarves, even the centaurs. But I would say that they're good at, like, electrifying and splash damage units. So I would say probably B tier. I mean, they would be cool. They're cooler than Hobbits initially, but Hobbits just have a bit of more of a use later on. Maybe maybe A. I'm not exactly sure here. I guess A, fine, sure. The wizards are actually, like, when there's just one wizard, he's pretty useless, but, I mean, when you get a lot of them, they can accumulate and get a lot of damage going on the enemies. But the problem is, you have to accumulate them, so you have to have enough mana for that, so you have to be upgraded enough, but... like, as soon as the dragons and demons appear, the wizards immediately, they have less of a use after that. So, it's really a limited window during which the wizards can be really good. That's why I would put them in C tier, so like limited usefulness. I am still streaming, right? Alright, just making sure. So, and then golems. Well, golems would also be in C. The reason why is because, see, they're intended to be these bulky units, and also they're intended to be centaur equivalents. But unlike the centaur, the golem has to get really, really close to attack. Yeah, the chat kind of died. I was like, is everything okay? Maybe I just kind of stopped streaming by accident. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if all of you played Epic War 1, but I mean, yeah, if you have your own thoughts on this, and of course feel free to share them. I think Wizard and Golem would really be able to kind of improve each other. Like, if the Wizard and Golem, if the Golem, so like the Golem is not nearly as good as the Centaur because the Centaur can attack from a kind of a bit of a distance, and the Golem has to get really close to attack. So the Golem just needed to have more health. If the Golem had more health, then it would be an amazing combination. Send the Golem and then a bunch of wizards behind him. The Golem is gonna tank and not die, and the wizards are going to do a lot of damage from the long range. So if the Golem just had more health, then both the Golem and the wizard would be a higher tier. But as it is, it's just not, I guess, it's not particularly, how do you say that? They have very limited use, and even dwarves are better as far as use goes. As far as dragons and angels, I mean, I would put, I don't know, dragons are, I mean, they're good units. I don't know what to say. They're just the powerful units of the bunch. So I guess I'd put dragon in A and angel in S. Angel is in S because angel can clean up the small units really well, and also it, like, the game kind of tricks you into thinking the dragon does more damage than the angel, but that's not really true. The angel kind of does damage multiple times to the same enemies, so it's great for damage. It has a lot of health, so I think it fits the S tier category. Now for the enemies, so the goblins, their sneakiness makes it so that they can be annoying. Even though they're easy to kill, they can be annoying and like sneak down and make you have to buy something. And simply for that, I guess they're not like immediately D tier. I think they're C tier. Maybe B. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they're B tier. I think they're weak and they don't have a use against like the hobbits do against the boss. Oh no. Yeah, epic dwarves are way too good for it. Like, these dwarves, they're not epic, they're just the dwarves that were deemed too lame to be epic, so they were put here to, like, fight with their axes instead of just walking epically. This is just an inside kind of joke that we got about epic dwarves and how they just destroy everything by walking in an epic manner. I think that started from Epic War 2. But yeah, the orcs, I would put them in D because they're less likely to sneak through, and they are not much better. However, the one thing that will make me move them to C tier is that, like, if you don't have large units, and if you're like in the early levels, if you're damaging the castle, and the orc walks up and it starts hitting you, it's really hard to hit the orc. Like, it's basically impossible to do that. So they can hold back your pushes, although I think that once you get dwarves, that's not an issue anymore, so they might be D tier. What do you guys think? I mean, I know that these guys are absolutely, these guys are, I would say that they are B tier because unlike the dwarves, they, actually, okay, fine, I'll put them in A because, I mean, once the centaur comes, dwarves are obsolete. And these guys are obsolete once we get good arrows. Dwarves can do well against them. But the problem with the ogres is that once the ogres, like, the same thing that I just described for the orc, except it's stronger. Like, if you have dwarves there, they're not gonna be able to hit that ogre if the ogre's all the way behind the castle. So it can, like, you can have 50 dwarves there, and the ogre is eventually going to just destroy them all and stop your push. So that's why I think it's an A tier, and I think wizards might be able to stop that, but I'm not exactly sure. These trolls, I would say that they might be just B tier. There was kind of a hole here, but I think they're B tier because they are kind of strong, and once they first appear, they do look threatening, but they're never too good of an enemy, and unlike these ogres, they have to get close to attack, so they cannot stop your pushes. So it's a low B, maybe C. I'm tempted to put it in C, but like, am I gonna have like no enemies in B and no units at all in B? So I'll put the trolls in B. And centaurs. Oh, centaur is absolutely great. It's a great unit. I mean, I'm tempted to just put it in S because, I mean, obviously, once we have dragons, the centaurs aren't much of a problem anymore. But it's a while before we get dragons, and when centaurs first appear, they're very, very threatening. They are. Oh, hello, Goman. A long time no see. They they can stop your entire dwarf pushes, but not just because they're behind the castle, it's just because they're that good. They can attack from a distance, unlike the golems. They just like the dwarves, they electrocute your units. So and they do splash damage. So if you have dwarves and wizards and golems and stuff like that, the centaur is amazing against that. Oh, hello, DB. Yeah, guys. We just got like you guys just came like at the same time, so that's fun. Yeah, I have. It's been a while. Yes, I was kind of busy, and then was so I had to sort things out and then get some progress done for Epic War 3. So now I'm back, and this is the stream where we complete Epic War 3. We're just about to start the Caves of Trial. I just decided to do this fun thing and sort the Epic War 1 units. In the next stream, we'll sort the Epic War 2 units. Yeah, also, 5 people. It's not an absolute record, but I think we have an absolute record of active viewers. So thank you guys for being here. It's great that we found a time when all of us can like be here. I guess this appeals to a European time zone, and as we all learned, this is basically Europeans. This is people from the Baltics only. No, I mean not exactly, but there was a time on this chat where we had 3 people from 3 parts of the Baltics, so that's cool. But yeah, Centaur is great. He's amazing at stopping pushes and being just an awesome unit and really tough to deal with. But once we have a dragon and an angel, Centaur is not really a problem anymore, so that's why it's not S tier. But I still think it's good enough for A tier. As I said, it's a really good unit, especially in comparison to these, like the troll and stuff. So this is high A tier. The ogre is low A tier. The troll is low B tier. Now, the enemy dragon, I think that the enemies, we can kind of put them in the same, I guess, category. Well, the only difference here is that the demon is going to be... Well, we have 7 people watching, that's so unusual. So welcome everyone, this is our last Epic War 3 stream, so we're about to start the Caves of Trial. Just as a break, we're sorting Epic War 1 units into their tiers. And the reason that I think the demon is the... yeah, it showed 7 for me, but now it shows 5. Yeah, I don't think so, because I've streamed and there was like 0 viewers at some point, so I think I don't count, even though I have the stream open on my phone. But yeah, so the demon's better than the dragon, obviously. He makes wizards obsolete, but he's not quite as good as the angel, I think, because, you know, once we know that the demon's there, we don't use a lot of the small units anymore, and his attack also doesn't reach as far as the angels. So, yeah, people keep opening and closing just to mess with us. I like that. So yeah, this is not... You know what? Low S tier. The angel is medium S tier, the arrows are high S tier. And then the end is nothing lower than an S tier, and a high one at that, because obviously it's a hard level to beat. See, System Crashers, if you didn't complete the game, you might not have even seen this unit, this boss. So, oh, okay. No, I like to think you did it just to mess with us, because that's a more fun version. But yeah, this is a hard level. We know, like, we have to know exactly how to beat it, if we are to beat it. I mean, I didn't have many problems with it on my stream, but that's because I knew how to beat it, so... Yeah, absolutely, one of the hardest bosses in the series. I have not played the Elder Scrolls series, but I've heard of it. Could you, like, explain kind of what the type of the game is? Is it like a AAA strategy or something, or is it... I see it because I don't know much details about it. But yeah, this is my tier list. The troll is kind of lonely at B spot, but this is Epic War 1. You can do yours if you want, or you can just say that you kind of disagree about some of these units, want them to be lower or higher. Well, I think Epic War 1 is straightforward in this regard, because it doesn't have a lot of units, and it like has a it scales very linearly. If we don't count like the golem and stuff like that. Yeah, the next games are gonna be kind of more interesting in that regard. But yeah, I had to like capture the units, and the allies. It was easier to kind of screenshot their icons, so that's why they're low resolution. And this dragon, yeah, I agree. It doesn't look like a dragon. It looks like something with ears like this, so yeah, I can definitely understand that. And yeah, the enemies sometimes have other enemies on the screen. But that's it, that's the Epic War 1 units tier list. Now let's get back to Epic War 3 and drink some water. Are any of these games free, by the way? Because, like, is there the option for me to just check them out and without buying them? Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to buy something that I'm gonna end up absolutely not enjoying. But if I do enjoy it, then that might it might be nice to try it. Yeah. Oh yeah, the sound of the bottle cap. Yup. So the Caves of Trial. For the first one, first of all, yeah, let's go to the upgrade screen. I kind of wanted to compare the units. Well, the spells, like the power of the lightning is 170 and the power of the ice blast is 150, so it kind of, yeah, the lightning is a bit better here. The last spell is the spell that you get for beating Cave of Trial 5, and we're actually going to see it now. So, and by the way, I would say it's a very good spell, but we're not gonna really have a chance to show it, because by the time we've completed like everything, I guess we can then play a level where we use all of the new things that we unlocked. And then the giant meteor, of course, has like even more power. I'm not sure how accurate this power is compared to like the damage that we do. But yeah, I'm gonna try to beat the first level, the first Cave of Trials with this setup, because I do think it's basically the optimal setup. I wish I could have the meteor instead of the lightning, but whatever. We have everything we need, and mostly ranged units, but some good melee units as well. But these Dragon Riders and Black Knights are exclusive to Epic War 3, by the way. I think they also appear in Saga, but they do not appear in... I don't know if they look exactly like this. These units are exclusive to Epic War 3. Ah, you have no faith in me, do you? Also, the viewer count keeps jumping again, so... More trolls, huh? Yeah, I don't think I'll lose, but if I do lose a level, it's gonna be one of these last two. So, let's start Cave of Trial 1. So here's the difference between Cave of Trials. 1, the music is different. 2, they're immediately going to send a lot more units at us, and we have to hold off while we don't have a lot of units. So, like, right now it's just Mad Bulls, but they're gonna start to push a lot harder soon. And we're not gonna have all units loaded by then, so... Also, who did this damage to my Black Knights? Why? I'm sure Goblins didn't do that. Oh no, Goblins did do that. Goblins are really powerful apparently in the Caves of Trial. Yeah, nice music. Right, heal? Because why not? Nothing really scary is moving towards us just yet. And I have a feeling that instead of lightning, I'm actually gonna use the Phoenix this time, because it's gonna hit all these Mad Bulls, and I'm gonna have lightning by the time that I attack. So, Phoenix. The only problem with Phoenix would be if, like, the Inferno comes and gets hit by the Phoenix and moves forward, and I'm not ready with these two spells, but I am hoping that doesn't happen. I don't think the Inferno is gonna appear yet. So yeah, destroyed everything other than, obviously the hero, because the enemy hero has a lot of health, these Dragon Riders and Succubi. So they are gonna charge forward, we need to meet them with a lot of our forces. Obviously the hero is not gonna be able to survive that in the slightest, but we are gonna get thrown around a bunch by the Succubi. So yeah, try to attack. Oh no, I wanted to stop the attacks of... No, the attacks went off anyway. Well... Heal? We need to kill the Succubus. And here's the Inferno. Once we kill the Succubus, I think we're just gonna kind of... We want to make sure that all of our Centaurs are there, because the Centaurs are the key in beating the Inferno. You did using Rembrandt and level 20. Oh no, and with a Vigraph before that. Oh no, that's... I mean, Cave of Trial 1 isn't the hardest Cave of Trial, but you immediately see the difference between that and the levels that we did on the map, the regular levels. And yeah, it's like a significant part of the game, so... And there was a YouTuber who did a series of these epic war games, and he just didn't do the Cave of Trial, so... I'm a bit salty about that. I mean, not really, but, I mean, if you play Epic War 3, you might as well do the Caves of Trial. They are basically the highest that this game has to offer. Yeah, so at this point, bam. Favorite mobile game? So, I mean, good question. I've played... The games I played like Plants vs Zombies on my phone. The first one, just because, I mean, I guess... I don't know why. But yeah, just the first one, and I've played some Clash Royale, but I wasn't like a huge fan of it. And I've played Bloons Monkey City, some things like that. Okay, he's not dying. He has a lot more health than... Ooh, thank you for turning around. I mean, obviously, these people are gonna have a hard time. But we need to get ourselves all back here, so that next time that we attack, we kill them. I mean, the Inferno, yeah. Alright. Obviously, he's gonna do some damage, but we have Witches and Centaurs shooting at him, so this should not... He should not get any more attacks off. Yep, he is dead. And as far as my favorite... I think Bloons Monkey City is probably the most, the one that I've enjoyed the most, probably. I mean, it's an involved tower defense game. Plants vs Zombies is technically tower defense too, but it's not like the same style. I enjoyed playing Plants vs Zombies too. I haven't played Battle Cats. I might check it out, but I don't play mobile games all that often. I mean, I only really play mobile games when I'm like... traveling and don't have access to a computer, and it makes sense that to play mobile games anyway, or I'm just in a place where I don't have access to a computer and I use a phone or tablet instead, so so I think that's why I don't have I haven't played a lot of mobile games, But I do have some that I enjoy more than others. Yeah, it kind of becomes grindy. Like, I'm at the point where, I think in the game I was at the point where like, I was unlocking upgrades like Bloonjitsu, but like some of the higher level upgrades for the towers weren't quite available yet. Okay, so these revenge waves, they're gonna be no joke, so we need to be prepared. After the second revenge wave, I'm using lightning, and then after that I'm using a phoenix. Did I not... How did the sound just mute itself? I don't understand. Why does... Oh my goodness. I did not mean to do that. You shouldn't be able to like click on spells while you're paused. Yeah, these revenge waves are insane, especially when I do things like that. By the way, the important part, in these cases trials, eventually you might have to really retreat and not push on. And the important part is that you keep your hero alive. For some reason they weren't moving forward, so we could have won by this point, but my units were kinda stupid. Yeah, about 100 units with some get over 30,000 HP, yeah. I guess that's what revenge waves are all about. So yeah, the entire point here is if we are to retreat, the hero needs to be alive. He is like your most powerful unit, like your most powerful tank, and he needs to, you know, even if there's not many units, your hero can help you hold off waves, especially if you have the healing spell. But if your hero dies, he's gonna take forever to respawn, and you're not gonna be able to defend. But this one was a pretty easy Cave of Trial, kind of like what we did last time, except the Inferno had more health, so we had to retreat. Speaking about him, by the way, there he is. He is, let's see. Okay, I went in the wrong direction. Okay, here. So he's definitely a Titan. Like if we compare him to a level 5 Crystal. So Crystal, 7,000 health, damage 150 to 350, charge time 32 seconds, and the Inferno, health is 23,000, damage 230 to 400. Of course, the charge time is much higher, but still, it makes sense for there to be more than one crystal, right? There should be like 3 crystals, but 3 attack crystals and 3 healing crystals for them to be at all effective to use. But no, there's just one of them. Yeah, so I could sink some money into him, but I'm just gonna wait because I'm not gonna use these for Caves of Trial. For Cave of Trial 2, this is we fight the easier faction, aka the mermaids and stuff. So as you can probably understand, it's gonna be easier, and I wanna spice up the units, like I said, play with some different ones. So let's do Yetis, mermaids. I could sell out the crystals just to check if perhaps they can be nice to use. Well, what else? We could do phantoms, maybe? I don't know. I still think that it is important to have centaurs and damaging units like witches. So, sure, let's do this. And then maybe we will have... Maybe we'll have some better spells. Well, I mean, these spells are obvious. We're gonna use them. These spells are also obvious. But perhaps we're gonna be able to afford both the Phoenix. Nope, we are not gonna be able to do that. We're not even gonna be able... See, these crystals are way overpriced. 350 for such a lame unit. Okay, well in that case, we have to use these then. Alright, sure, let's try it. And let's go to Cave of Trial 2. Let's see. Perhaps, so... Goman here said that Okay! They have centaurs! I did not realize they have centaurs. We are doomed. We're not gonna be able to handle centaurs. What were they thinking? I guess we have to melee them to death now. But we're not gonna be able to, they keep stunning us. Okay, well, we have enough to heal the hero. And they already have, okay. They already have Yetis too. So we need to hit the centaurs and mermaids. And the heal, okay, this is like the one time where the healing crystal can actually have some good use. Let's see. We need a phoenix here, absolutely, as soon as it's ready. I guess crystals can be useful, but no, they have centaurs. Centaurs are like direct crystal counters. And okay, of course, the last mermaid bolt was enough to destroy our attack crystal. Of course. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. We're gonna have to summon the revenge waves one by one. There's a lot of mermaids, wow. At least no centaurs. And level 3 is probably gonna have even more centaurs, because that's the centaur faction we're gonna be fighting against. Okay, freeze the mermaids. Hero, go to safety, heal, and then go back. There we go. Perhaps now we'll be able to kill those mermaids once and for all. Now the healing crystals are not okay. Go away, run away, as quickly as you can. But yeah, the healing crystals are not hard to fight against. But I mean, we have one, so it's kind of like we have to suffer the same fate. So let's see. Keyboard lagged for a bit, so the dragon's now coming forward, so we absolutely have to attack soon. And we are going to do both invulnerability and attack power up. Invulnerability, attack power up for the centaurs and stuff. And while we're attack up, we can use some spells. That's gonna help kill the dragon too, with our, like, okay, there we go. So yeah, overall it wasn't hard thanks to this. And now our hero's having fun with some healing crystals that can't hit him because they're not attacked. So, the dragon, oh yeah, so the dragon, I want to talk about the dragon. You saw that it was not the dragon from the Epic War 2, 4, 5, 1, anything like that. It wasn't a regular dragon, it was like a crystal dragon. And, you know, I appreciate originality, but at the same time, like, I think the design of the crystals is kind of uninspired. The crystal dragon also seems like he's like, even breathing fire is like more immersive than just doing something and then something starts, some energy starts coming out and like light, like there's some light and stuff. Like, just have a normal dragon if you're, while you're at it. I mean, I don't think that. Okay, our healing crystal is definitely gonna die, but at least it's gonna save time for the phoenix. Okay, that's a lot, okay. Yeah, some of our Yetis are not gonna be able to make it there. Alright, so yeah, so that's why I don't really like the design of the dragon. It's alright. It's good that the game has some identity to it, I guess, but as I said, doesn't seem the most inspired. And then there is the last boss, which is the Lord of Shadows. Well, you'll see what the Lord of Shadows does if you haven't already. It is also a unit that is like, it's a Titan that is absolutely unique to Epic War 3, and I don't think that's a bad thing, because. Okay, another phoenix. See, these phoenixes help us a lot. Really, fun. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here streaming an old Flash game, so But I mean, the thing about it is that we can revisit our memories, and it's fun to, like, personally for me, I like these types of games, so it's fun to sit here, and we need a way to, I guess, relax and blow off some steam anyway. So you could play a game, like you could play a modern game, or you could play this kind of game, a more of a niche or niche thing, and you know, I think it kind of brings us closer than if we were just sitting here and playing a game that everyone and their mom played. And yeah, I mean, definitely it is fun. I would not play an old Flash game for a long time just because it's an old Flash game. Of course, it has to be fun to you know. If it's not enjoyable, then who cares if it's old? You know? Yeah, the hero is back, but the hero is like the least of our worries at this point. We have 2 more revenge waves that we're now going to have to deal with. But I'm thinking that perhaps we're... Well, okay, fine. So I'm gonna retreat after the... Or not. So, Phoenix. Invulnerability. And I'm gonna save the attack plus for until like after their last revenge wave. So I'm gonna when their last revenge wave appears, I'm going to use the Ice Blast, and then attack plus. We're probably not even gonna need it. See, the Phoenix took a really good care of those revenge waves. Spells can be really good about revenge waves. Oh yeah, Epic War 5 is yeah, the X3 speed is great. I mean, I basically never play on X1 speed because of it. Yeah, I think, well, I mean, we have 3 more Caves of Trial to go. After that, for today, of course, I'm gonna stop streaming. But a week from now, like at the similar time, Epic War 4, which I'm excited for because, you know, it's... Epic War 3 gets kind of tiring. Epic War 4 has a lot more, you know, actual interesting battlefield things going on. Yeah, I mean, most old games are kind of bad as far as gameplay goes when we compare them to new games. But what does it for me at this point is that I'm very picky about like the games, specific games and genres that I like playing. So, you know, there's not a lot of new games that I can play and enjoy. There are some, and I can play or watch them, but it's also fun to revisit these old ones and nostalgic. Like, obviously, if there was an Epic War game to be made this year or next year, it would need to have a lot more different gameplay mechanics, or at least, like, it would have to be a lot better in all of its aspects to, you know, actually be successful. But I think it does have that potential. It's just this was an early development of this genre of games, but this genre of games kind of fell into obscurity after that. So we got the dragon, just like the Inferno, and the dragon might be a bit better than the Inferno for us to use because the Inferno just kind of like moves to the enemy's midst of their army and gets killed really easily because all the enemies are attacking him. The dragon, like, at least kind of stands back and attacks things in front of it. As will this new Titan that we're going to fight just now. So, as we can see, the crystals, I don't think the crystals contributed much, but we're still able to win. That wasn't too hard of a trial. Now we should go back to our original setup. That one I think is the most effective one, or at least one of the most effective setups. There we go. So, now Cave of Trial 3, and I am kind of worried about this one, because it is going to be centaur-based and witch-based. There's going to be many witches and centaurs and black knights. That's not a lot of fun, you know, to play. I mean, it's fun, but it's not very easy to fight against. So there's basically the 3 basic titans, and you know how like when we face the enemies, okay, one of our titans is about to die. Did I say Titans? I meant Black Knights. See, I've been streaming for a while now, so it's a bit hard to talk, but yeah, we healed him enough. So yeah, when you're fighting on your last... Oh no, witches are so good. But yeah, when you're fighting on your last battle on the map, on the regular game map, you can fight against one of 3 Titans, and the Titan you fight against depends on the faction, and there's 3 factions. So it can be the Inferno, it can be the dragon we just fought, or it can be the enemy, the Titan that we're going to fight here. Which is not here yet, but I think we're going to recognize him easily. Right, so the giant crossbow is it is a subject of a lot of debate. Personally, I like it. I think I think the crossbow was good, but at the same time, I think it's totally okay that it's not here in the 3rd and newer games, because this game style doesn't really, like... The crossbow isn't really needed for this game style anymore. It's a different game style now, and spells make a lot more sense for it than the crossbow does. I don't think that the crossbow was what made Epic War. I think what made Epic War is its gameplay and the immersion, the world. I think the crossbow is completely fine if we don't have one. Now let's see, we need to... Okay, there's witches, I didn't realize them now. Our Dragon Rider died because of them. Well, we can heal our remaining troops. See, they also have crystals, and while crystals aren't the best unit when we have them, fighting against them, they do splash damage, and they do quite a bit of it, so... It's hard. Another Phoenix, perhaps? So here is the Earth Dragon, aka the Great Diablos. The, things like that, basically. I think he's only called by the Great Diablos or the Earth Dragon. And he is kinda similar to the Dragon, but I think he's more of a bulky unit. I don't think he does quite as much damage, but he just kind of makes his way over to us and then just pounds us with his horns. So it's a similar thing with the Dragon. He's not gonna get to our range units like the Inferno did, but he has more health, just like the Dragon did. So, this point, let's attack. Let's invulnerabilitize ourselves. That's not a word, I know, but so see, he stands here, for some reason he does nothing, then he does his 2 hits. Alright, and now our range units are about to hit him, so we need to attack up. By the way, I must say that a bug that's here and in Epic War 4 is that the range units specifically... Okay. You went too far, hero. But yeah, like, the range... Okay. What was I gonna say? Okay, yeah. So the range units... After they attack, they kind of move forward a bit before attacking again. So even if they always have a target to attack, they will keep slightly moving forward all the time until eventually they get in range of the enemy melee units. Melee. And so that is annoying. So like, I remember when I played this and the centaurs just walked in range of the Earth Dragon and then got annihilated because of it. I'm like, guys, if you don't want to die, don't be so dumb as to, like, you can attack from range. Why do you go over there and, like, just to get hit by him? Okay, but now we have destroyed their entire force, so the next step, I guess, for them is the revenge waves, and we almost have our spells back. Okay, well, they have a new wave of enemies now. We're gonna use our... Yeah, that helped us, I mean... that prevented the witches from attacking. So one of them will get to attack once, the other one didn't even get to attack. Okay, then this crystal is gonna do group damage, but it will easily get destroyed by centaurs, which are crystal killers. Alright. A meteor, not meteor, comet here. I wanted to time the comet like the same time as the first revenge wave, but I missed. The comet shot, and then like, the comet hit the ground, and then the next millisecond the revenge wave started. That happened to me quite a bit when I was playing this myself. And that was a kind of annoying. So I summoned the Phoenix. That's gonna help us. I mean, the reason that I've decided to like mainly stream on Saturday is that it's the time where I think most. Okay, we launched a freaking knight over here. That's not good. You know what? We need to leave. We actually need to leave. Actually, no. The Phoenix got us. Okay, so I'm sorry. I have to pay attention to this to make sure that we don't die. And then lightning, just to make sure that no one's going to attack us. But yeah, yeah, the reason I decided to stream on Saturdays is because that's the time where it seems that most people can be here to watch. And once a week is like a good balance that it's not too often, so we don't get tired of it, really. Well, like, if it was every day, of course, we would, like, especially I would get very tired of it, but once a week, that's a good balance there. And it's not too rare, I guess. But do you have any other suggestions for when we can stream? So we now have the Earth Dragon too, and we move on to Caves of Trial 4. First, let me drink some water. Alright, Cave of Trial 4. I think this is the hardest Cave of Trials. It's really hard, and you will see why. So, like, whatever we did before this, even the previous Cave of Trial, they're just, like, nothing compared to this. So, as you can see, they don't separate by factions anymore. They have many different units coming at us. And, I mean, keep in mind that all of these units, and we only have a small handful, so it's gonna be really hard to defend against them. I hope that that was an enemy unit that just died there. And why is this dragon just standing here? I have no idea. We'll let him stand here then. The fact that we can have ranged units and like witches to damage the big units can really help here, but their centers might be on the way. Okay, they don't have centers coming here yet, but they will. I'm just waiting for the first Phoenix. I'm waiting for the first Phoenix, and after that we'll have to deal with all of these guys, so yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I like how the Yetis are standing here, but the Dragon Riders all move forward. It's kind of like the two similar units now have different purposes. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I agree with you, Goman. It is not based on luck, like kind of the fifth trial. I mean, in the fifth trial you have to kind of know what to do, but it's still, you might lose still even if you know what to do. So, and this one is just hard. You know how this game throws mass at you? Well, this Cave of Trial throws the most mass at you. Absolutely. Hey, can we? Okay, fine. We're not gonna. I'm gonna wait with the lightning. Okay, so we'll let them come here. Our witches are gonna hold them off for a bit, and lightning. And see, we kind of stunned them, so they didn't get the chance to attack us. And this is good crowd control. There's a succubus there, but one succubus is okay. 500 succubi, which I have a feeling might happen in the close future. That's not gonna be okay. Well, are you on your PC right now, System Crasher, or? Okay, we have to heal because I think a lot of our people are dying. But we can't retreat, we have to get that succubus. That succubus is the really strong one, really powerful, and we have to make sure that she does not get the chance to continue attacking us. So, yeah, okay, well, see, that is exactly why I stream on weekends. Usually, like on Saturdays, we don't have a lot of things that we do, so that it's the most available day for us. I guess Sunday kinda too, but I think Saturday is a bit better in that regard, so... We killed most of their units, but guess what? See, I don't even know if he's there, but I have a feeling he's there. Dun -da -da -da. So this is the Lord of Shadows. When you first look at him, it's a pretty cool design, but... Well, You will see how he attacks, and okay, let's make him come to us. Yeah, it's interesting because I mean, looking at this thing it is really cool, but the way that it attacks is just dark, and so it's kind of the same problem that I had with the dragon. It's not like if it had a cool way of attacking, that would be nice, but it just does some darkness things because it's a dark thing, whatever. Well, you will see what is in level 5 Cave of Trial. This is a very good question. So this is level 4, so obviously we have this guy to deal with, and we have to be immortal, I guess, for this all to even stand a chance at working. You will see. Please don't spoil it for him. So, see, he's kind of like doing that, and I'm sure it would be doing a lot of damage if he was how do you call it? If we weren't invulnerable. So right now... Oh yes, we killed him. You know, so I thought that he was like considerably stronger than the Titans, but I think he is stronger than the other Titans. But, you know, when you know how to play the game, then even the hard things aren't gonna be too hard. Okay, I realized though that we kinda need invulnerability. Actually, okay, let's summon one Revenge Wave here. Let's summon one Revenge Wave, and we have to leave. Because it's not just a mass of units anymore. Uh-oh. Help us please, Phoenix. We just got done with one Titan, and now we have to fight another one. Now, it's not the Shadow Lord that we fight here, but that doesn't make it a piece of cake either. Alright, so now we're almost ready to regain our invulnerability. So you see why this Cave of Trial is like the hardest, I think, or at least it's the hardest thus far. And you like, not only is there a new top powerful Titan that you're not gonna see in regular games. Yeah, you're not gonna see that Titan in regular games, but also every Revenge Wave has its own Titan. So, when you guessed all Titans for the final Cave of Trial, actually, there's all Titans in this Cave of Trial. I mean, not all types, because there are chances of it spawning like the same Titan 3 times during Revenge Waves, so it's not guaranteed that it will be 3 different Titans. But you get to fight 4 Titans in this trial instead of 1. Okay, we have to kind of like do something against him, because we do not want him getting a shot off while we're not invulnerable. Yep, okay. Okay, now we heal. And they have the hero back. But you know, after we fought 2 Titans, the hero is like so like lackluster in comparison. Okay, let's make sure we have everyone and everyone is like healed up properly. Oh no, this is not a tornado, this is an immortality. This is immortality, this is a double attack for some time. I mean, immortality is also very much finite, but this is healing. And by the way, healing and this attack up, I think they have very similar attack animations, just one of them is yellow, one of them is red. This is a comet shoot, for sniping small units, like, or just the minor attack spell that's good because we you know because we can use it very often. And there is another dragon. See, I kind of wish we had a different Titan this time. But, you know, I guess I don't want to fight an Inferno that's just as strong as a dragon, because he's gonna have a higher chance of actually, like, getting through and damaging either our ranged units or our castle. I forgot to send the Phoenix in time, so now our tanks are dead. So that's definitely, I screwed that up. And he's just standing there for some reason. He's not going forward. Okay. Let's heal up. Thankfully, we did not lose our hero, but I mean, losing 3 tanks is kind of a big deal. Like, for these guys it is. It's not a big deal for the dragon, because tanks don't do a lot of single target damage, but they can throw the Black Knights around a lot. Okay, I thought that blast belonged to our succubus, but it belonged to theirs, and we lost a Black Knight because of it. So, invulnerability. Attack up. Oh my goodness, the succubus is blocking the way to the dragon. That's actually kind of depressing. Alright. We'll summon another Phoenix. Perhaps that by the time the Phoenix gets here, we're still gonna have our attack up. Oh, by the way, when the next Titan comes, we're gonna have a really, really easy way of killing that Titan. You'll see. It's gonna be really easy. Why does the invulnerability spell look lame? Do you mean that, like, it looks when we cast it? The animation looks lame, or that it's not useful? Because it definitely helps us quite a bit, but I mean, the visual style of this game is pretty weird. So I will say that, yeah, these spells have an interesting way of looking. Like, it's not something that all of us will enjoy. Also, they like destroyed a large chunk of our castle already. I didn't even see when they did it. Okay. Okay, who is hitting our hero so hard? I thought we would have no problem getting there, but apparently all of us are damaged now. So we're not gonna, like, try to kill them here. I think we could kill them if we wanted to, but we're just gonna summon the Revenge Wave, retreat, and we will show how to deal with the... Okay, Phoenix. The reason I'm summoning this Phoenix earlier is so that by the time the next Revenge Waves comes, I still have access, like I already have another Phoenix. And it's a dragon again! Who would have thought? Like, come on, why couldn't we have gotten someone else? Well, whatever. Wait, I guess the Phoenix already happened, so... Yeah, so, now... They're gonna start damaging our tanks, but it's not really gonna matter. So, are you just waiting there? No, I really hope that you were just waiting there. But, okay, so we can easily destroy this Titan. So, Phoenix, and attack up. Now, note that there is a specific reason. Okay, I thought that would have done more damage, but I guess we have our units. Ooh, invulnerability. Okay, now I've read from other people, I think, that if you do Phoenix with invulnerability, it's gonna immediately, like, kill them. But I think that is true for... I like how he, like, exploded in a blast of water. I think that's true for, like, normal maps, but not Caves of Trial, because the Cave of Trial Titans are stronger than the regular Titans. But we still destroyed him, and we didn't lose that much from it, so... Now, all we have left to do is just destroy them, and their hero's back, so cute. So I'm gonna hit here. The hero has a really large attack hitbox, so he's gonna get hit by it too. Alright, heal, because we're losing so many people, wow. Our Black Knights, like, we have every other unit, but we have no Black Knights, or at least for a second. Huh. I think the Inferno is just in general my favorite Titan from the Epic War series, but the Dragon and Shadow Lord do have designs that, like, are at least unique, and that does help them, so... For the next one, they decided to just have a regular dragon instead, and they decided to not have the Shadow Lord, but have a more traditional Titan instead. Well, we'll get to it next stream. So, this is Cave of Trial 4. You can see, I played it very safely. So, like, even with my entire... even with my setup, that the best units probably, and some of the best spells, if I just tried to rush over there and kill them without retreating, then I think not only would I have had to retreat, but I would have lost too, because I'd retreat and they'd have a giant army, and I wouldn't have enough to counteract them. At least I'd have to use the Phoenix a lot. But, you know, I was very careful and only summoned one Revenge Wave at a time. Still, I had to use the Phoenix, but like, you can see that this is a large step up in comparison to Caves of Trial 1 through 3. And the third one is kind of harder, I think, than the previous two, but not by much. This one is significantly harder. So, now that we won, what is Cave of Trial 5 going to offer us? Let's see. By the way, we earned a lot of money. Also, here it said the end for some, like, I guess. So when we go to achievements, let's see. So he's just called, the Shadow Lord is just called the demon here. But on this here, right here, was said unlocked. It's at the end unlocked. So this was kind of this game's version of the end. But it was just a regular Titan, just a bit more powerful, that's all. And we have access to him now. Let's see how much stronger he is than the other Titans. So, the Inferno, 23,000, and damage is 230 to 400. The Dragon, 27,000, damage is 200 to 500. And this guy, 29,000 and 200 to 380. So yeah, this guy's knack is health. The Dragon's is, I guess, damage, and the Inferno's is the fact that he moves in an interesting way. They fused the Blue Dragon and Lord of Shadows, you think? Well, wait, which Titan are you referring to when you say that they fused them? Alright, so, let's now play the 5th Cave of Trial. So, I mean, we've defeated the 4th one. I mean, unless they have a really powerful Titan here, then we're fine with this setup. So thus far, it's just goblins that they're sending at us. Nothing particularly powerful. Oh, also bombers. I mean, yeah, bombers can be a bit annoying. But, I mean, as I said, nothing that we can't deal with, just regular goblins and bombers. So, what are they trying to accomplish here? Not even any ranged units. Oh, okay, that was a large explosion. I forget that I can comment these so that they don't explode on me. Thus far, as I said, just small guys. So, that seems kind of like a step down from the previous game. I mean, yeah, they do send a lot of goblins, and the goblins do some damage, so we do have to be a bit careful, but who cares? Ooh. Now that was interesting. If you can see here, this is the Invincible Goblin, yeah. Or in this Cave of Trial, apparently called the Invisible Frog. I don't know, but yeah, the Invincible Goblin is the title that makes most sense. He can be thrown in the air, but once he attacks, he one-shots everything. Like that. Oh, well, we keep throwing him in the air. And now he's going towards the castle. That's concerning. Because if he one-shots everything, what is he gonna do to the castle? And we are dead. This game started the trend of, you know, making like the trend in the history of Epic War of making like small units and units that appear non-threatening really powerful. So like all the epic goblins from Epic War 4 and 5, like things like that. And that's a pretty defining feature of the Epic War series, I must say. So notice how the goblin only killed us when it got to the castle. So we need to not let it get to the castle. We need to not throw it up in the air, because if we throw it in the air, it's going to circumvent our units and go to the like left towards the castle. Instead, we need to be knocking it back. So we need units that knock back. Yetis do. Mermaids, I think, do that quite well. So this is one time mermaids can be really useful. I think Taurus warriors do as well. I'm not sure if phantom armors throw in the air. Witches do not throw. Witches like send back. I'm not taking riders or knights. They throw. But I guess at this point I can just use succubus. I mean, not succubus. I'm not using succubus and think because they're throwing as well. So I'm using centaurs and, well, what's the last one that I can use? You know, I think phantom ghosts can work. So old age turns a red imp into a green goblin that's also invincible and kills entire armies in one swing. I think it's closer to the Epic War 4's black goblins. But, you know, the fact that this game has no AI makes it harder. Alright. And as far as, I mean, we're gonna heal obviously. And Phoenix's throw in the air. I'm not sure if these spells can stun. I can use invulnerability, absolutely. I'm not using the meteor that knocks up, so these are basically all that I can really use. The reason that I'm not using Titans is we'll try them once we get through this Cave of Trial. We'll try the Titans and what we get for beating the Cave of Trial 5 in a level. And the reason that I don't want to use bombers is because, first of all, they might throw the goblin in the air, and there's not a lot of them. I think the bombers are some of the worst units in the game for us to use, because we have very few of them, and there's also the bug where when we say move forward, the new units that spawn, they don't move forward. So we have to keep pressing forward, and with bombers it's kind of annoying. But yeah, we'll use all of the new things that we got, and we'll see how that all works. So we'll gather up a bit of a strength, because I mean, I think that their goblin is not going to charge at us automatically, it's just going to... Oh no. Hold on a second. I still need the comet, because I'm gonna hit the bombers with it. So let's try that again. That's gonna be useful. Invulnerability is right here, it's R. It is going to be useful for us. So yeah, at this point we're gonna okay, where are all of their bombers? Over here. That was satisfying. Now we can go forward, I guess. We have enough troops to start, I think. So this is like the one level in Epic War 3 that's different from all the other levels in the way that you complete it. I guess we'll use healing. The healing in this one is basically just in case the bombers and goblins do a lot of damage. It can help heal, and apparently they do a lot of damage. I think we might have lost someone here. Alright. Okay, that was unfortunate, but we have to keep knocking them back. Now, if we freeze, does the Shadow Goblin freeze as well? Yeah, he does. So that's good. So, like, as long as nothing goes wrong here, we are going to be able to, like, keep knocking the goblin back. We're not gonna kill him because I'm pretty sure that he is actually invulnerable or just has a really large amount of health. But if we keep knocking him back, he's not going to attack and stunning him like this. And we've already got the castle down to so little. I don't know if they have revenge waves that are just bombers or if the bombers are just natural. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but that didn't actually do anything bad for us. So we can use invulnerability now. Okay, that's... I don't like seeing that because it means there's danger. Okay. Yeah, see, the goblin tried to attack us here, but we used invulnerability and that worked out for us. Yep, time for invincibility. Oh yeah, in Epic War 4 also has the giant bomb level. Yeah, we're gonna get to see that. Even though, you know, I'm disappointed with the fact that Epic War 4 could have had great... like, it could have been, like, a really big improvement in Epic War 3, but they just had to mess it up just enough for it to just be, like, just slightly better. Alright, I'm not sure where he is, but I think he's right here, so we're gonna freeze him again. And hope that we can use this to kill the castle. Yeah, the hero is dead, so we're not gonna get the 10,000 experience bonus. But let's face it, this level, first of all, I mean, like, when we get, like, thousands of experience or money at a time, we really don't care about the hero and the extra 10,000. So, we beat Cave of Trial number 5, and here's what we get. It was called Berserk, but here it's called Zeus Wrath spell, which means that all of our units have a 100% chance of critical striking our enemies. That is like... it's like Hercules' strength, but on steroids. So, it's a very good spell, and that's why I think we should at least play one more level, like a Cave of Trial, to see what these new things do. So first of all, we need to upgrade the Berserk spell. We have a lot of money, so we can do that. Now it charges to 100 seconds, same as the invulnerability and the attack. And we will use some titans. Let's start by leveling up the Shadow Lord, because I guess he might be the coolest titan in this game, and he is like only in this game, so we might as well use him as much as we can while we can. Same with this version of the dragon. So we got them both up to level 4. Let's do the same for the Inferno. Okay, Inferno's level 4 too, and I think that we might not be able to do much with the... So this guy... we can only upgrade him to level 2, but, I mean, yeah, we don't have that much money. So... 3 level 4 titans and 1 level 2 titan. So, yeah, kinda OP, but kinda lame. Well, in what way is it lame? Like, that it doesn't do something really cool that's new? I mean, of course, in Epic War 4 we get the Berserkers a lot. I mean, the Berserk spell a lot earlier, and we can actually use it in the game. Here, it is OP, but the fact that we get it after the 5th Cave of Trial, and that it's not, like, so cool that, like, we needed to get this earlier in the game, but it is pretty cool, so I wanna try it. So we'll use all of our titans. And we need to use, like, 2 people, and for this I am going to use Dragon Riders and Black Knights. Actually, should I use Magic Units? I think I might have to use Dragon Riders and Black Knights. Okay, fine, I'll use Dragon Riders and Witches. Ooh. I can't use Witches. I can't even use Black Knights here, because these titans cost a lot of mana. So even with the highest amount of mana, with these titans and Berserk, we have to use, like, Black Knights and Witches. Yes, okay. Alright. So this is what we're going to do, and I don't think that we should go into a Cave of Trial, because, well, you'll see that playing with titans in this game is pretty hard. So let's try to attack Vigraf here. it's gonna be a while before these titans appear, so we needed like powerful enough units to keep the enemies at bay while that's going on. Especially the ones that are going to charge right at us, like these. And I don't have the comet to kill the succubi either. So I mean, obviously, if you use the titans, it's usually just like you use one titan, and then in combination with other units that can ensure safety when you don't have the titan. And I don't even have the healing spell. See, that's it's a lot of it's a big handicap, and yes, I think it's a very interesting final fight because of it. We're definitely gonna sacrifice a lot of both units and castle health. But right now, I'm just putting... okay, you know what? No, we need to attack and kill those succubi. Oh, the witches can start attacking them, actually. Now, I think the Berserker spell is only gonna be... it's only gonna be useful once we fight the Titan. For now, we need the hero to actually, like... Okay! Hey, witches! You did a good job there. Why didn't these bolts hit the succubi? Why did they only hit the lame zombies and freaking mad bulls? Okay, at this point we have to move the hero back. The hero needs to heal. But no, even there the succubus got him, and our witches are not gonna get the succubus because they're dumb. Okay, there we go. Finally someone got the succubus. But the succubus still has a lot of health. Okay, it died. There we go. See, that's why in the Cave of Trial we would have been immediately obliterated. Because we have to wait so much for the titans to appear. See, he only have to wait half as much. His titan is already here. Yeah, now that it's just mad bulls, it's not gonna be hard. But we need our hero to heal. So our witches are gonna help us a lot here, while our knights and the hero heal. But knights are very eager to go into battle. Can you not go into battle, please? Yeah, it's hard to control people here and make them do exactly what you want. Just like in real life. Alright, let's, alright, kill those succubi, we can finally heal some more. If we had comets, this would be really much easier. Hey, knights, can you like stay here? I guess the hero this time the hero's gonna take care of these units while you guys heal. But the knights oh, there was a mad bull that got through. Okay. You know, these few bolts of witch energy can help us a lot. So yeah, this is like has been the most exciting Epic War. Probably just Epic War in general episode so far, because I mean, we had the Epic War 2 one with the final fight and all the bosses, but okay, yeah, I guess that one was a bit more epic. It was on the grander scheme of things, like the scale was grander, but this one is more intricate. It requires more of your like personal attention, I guess. Maybe not, I don't know. In Epic War 2 you just have to spam a lot. Okay, did she just kill our witches? She just... okay. Almost. But, fear no more. For some reason, the Earth Dragon has a bit of a higher spawn rate. Oh, that's because we upgraded. Okay, never mind. Because when we upgrade the Titans, their spawn rate the time it takes for them to spawn decreases. So since he's just level 2 and the others are level 4, that's why he took longer to spawn. But the Shadow Lord takes longer to spawn than the other Titans, even when they're in the same level, because, well, he is the Shadow Lord, he's the Lord of Lords, I guess. Let's see. So now, I think we can move forward. And once we get here, we're gonna use Berserk and see how our Titans handle theirs. I have a feeling it's gonna be a breeze. I will need to make sure that the knights and the... I'll need to make sure that basically we just have the Titans leading the charge, because if we have the knights or the hero leading the charge, they can easily kill them. Let's see, so... yeah, I think... Yeah, my favorite has to be the Inferno overall, but I'm glad that they looked so different. Knights, can you like move away, please? Alright, the moment of truth. Our 4 Titans versus their 1. And I think our Titans are better too because they're upgraded. So Berserk. Now look at this. All critical. It still takes a while for him to die. Okay, not that long. He just died. Okay, that's nice. Now we can have all the rest of our army join us. So see, the Inferno is, I guess, can kinda hit them, the Succubi, but he can't really, so they can still attack him from there. And then he takes on all of the bombers, which is actually kind of not a good thing, because when he takes on the bombers, they explode and he gets damaged. But if he's not there, the other Titans, they just attack here, and so the bombers explode, but he doesn't get damaged. So he died very quickly. So yeah, in this game, the Inferno dies very... I mean, in all games, really, he dies quickly, but Epic War 4 is where he's at his best. So here, he dies really quickly, like here, because he has to be in the front and take all the damage instead of, like, avoiding it. And our Earth Dragon died too. See, we might not even win this. Our Shadow Lord is dead. So we just have to try to... Now we have to retreat. See, so this is the problem with playing with Titans. We had 4 very powerful Titans and on a map that's not even a Cave of Trial, and still things have been this hard for us. So yeah, we have to somehow try to get them to, you know, defend against these Dragon Riders. I think the Witches are gonna defend against the Dragon Riders, but there's so many Succubi here. So I think we're actually going to lose this fight. We're gonna have the Berserk spell soon, but it's not gonna save us. And we have it. Let's use it. Now we're gonna win. Yep. So I mean, yeah, I think the important part is just to have units that can dish out a lot of damage, like the Centaurs, have a lot of crowd control, and spells. Spells are an important part of crowd control and like special buffs. You have to watch it at 360 or 240. That's actually a shame. Oh, I forgot to full screen. Wow, I've played all this without full screening. But yeah, it's a shame. Well, I guess sometimes we gotta have a bad internet. But as you can see, we had all the Titans. You'd think maybe perhaps it would be a piece of cake, or at least it would be an even fight. But the Titans die really easily when they throw mass at them. They have so many units. Our Titans just couldn't take that amount of damage. Perhaps they would be able to if we had upgraded all the Titans to level 5, but as you can see, that's how it is. Titans are not overpowered, but I guess having one of them can come in handy quite well. Like, if you have one of them and the rest units so you don't rely on the spawn rate of your Titan, that can actually be a good strategy. But yeah, well, we have now completed Epic War 3. We've completed the final map and all the Caves of Trial. It was quite a bit of fun. We tried out different strategies. Had quite a bit of people here, so thank you guys for joining. And I think that as usual, if we disregard like the last time where I went so many weeks without streaming, but as usual, next week we'll start Epic War 4, I guess. As long as that works for you guys. As far as time schedules go. This has been a fun game, and I definitely like it a lot, but I think that we have quite a bit of fun ahead of us, and you know, some more polished games, because there were issues with this one, but let's face it, all Flash games have issues like this one. So yeah, I do really like Epic War 3, and Epic War 4 is going to be perhaps even more fun. I mean, the grinding in Epic War 4, there's a trick that makes it much easier than the grinding in Epic War 3. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, so See you guys at about the same time next week. And have a great week. Bye.